those who are maybe newer to content creation, obviously you create a mass amount of content these days, but what advice would you give for people to help them plan out their YouTube content? Or let's say if they get a ton of different ideas from their audience, how do they choose
Mhm.
what to focus on? And any tips and tricks, whether it's the softwares you use or just your
Yeah.
personal way of planning, we'd love to hear it.
I think the best way to plan it, and that's how I do it too, is to go on YouTube and search. Are other people making the same content? And if they are, how many views is it getting? Because
Mm,
that's kind of a sign to tell you if there's interest in that topic. So
right.
if let's say you want to make, I don't know, let me just throw out a really obscure black ink squid pasta.
Whoa, I didn't even know that was a thing. Okay.
Let's say you want to make that and it sounds really fancy, and that's what all the fancy restaurants at your like in your town makes or something, right?
Yeah.
Is the topic broad enough where it'll reach multiple people, or is it too specific? So that's what I find myself doing a lot, is that I love creating unique recipes, but if people aren't really looking for it, it's not going to get out there. You know what I mean? So I
Mhm.
always use YouTube search as a tool first to gauge, is there interest in something like that? And I think that's why, for example, the chocolate chip video did so well, because there's always a broad appeal. People are always looking for another chocolate chip recipe to make,
Mhm.
and boba as well. So, I mean, that's my learning experience from those two videos that went further than, for example, my, I don't know, what's the one that didn't do very well recently? My hand blender recipe or video comparison video. Like nobody's searching for hand blenders. So even though I thought it was cool to compare like three different ones, no one was looking for that content. So obviously it didn't do very well at all.
That's a great tip. So look for searchable content and you can start
Yes.
right with YouTube and the existing interests.